To prepare anxious audiences for the arrival of Gone with the Wind, MGM released this unique preview trailer which heightened awareness of the film's release without revealing a single frame of the picture. In the years to come, MGM maintained its policy of only issuing teaser trailers for releases of Gone with the Wind. The rule was finally broken for the 1961 Civil War Centennial trailer.
Gone with the Wind has captured the imagination and acclaim of the entire world. The screen has never known a love story to compare with this, when Rhett Butler meets Scarlett O'Hara.
I love you more than I've ever loved any woman. And I've waited longer for you than I've ever waited for any woman.
Let me alone!
Kiss me once.
Can't we ever forget that day at 12 Oaks?
Do you think I could ever forget it? Have you forgotten it? Can you honestly say you don't love me?
No, I don't love you.
It's a lie.
Well, even if it is a lie, do you think I'd go off and leave Melanie and the baby?
I'm not cornered. And you'll never corner me, Rhett Butler, or frighten me. You've lived in dirt so long you can't understand anything else. And you're jealous of something you can't understand. Good night.
It's not that easy, Scarlett. You turned me out while you chased Ashley Wilkes, while you dreamed of Ashley Wilkes. This is one night you're not turning me out.
A love affair you'll remember as long as you live, filled with all the fire and fury of the times in which it happened. Gone with the Wind. First picture to win 10 Academy Awards. The most honored, the most talked about motion picture in all film history.
In 1967, MGM adapted Gone with the Wind to a 70mm widescreen format with 6-channel stereophonic sound.
There was a land of cavaliers and cotton fields, called the Old South. Here, in this pretty world, gallantry took its last bow. Here was the last ever to be seen of knights and their ladies fair, of master and slave. Look for it only in books, for it is no more than a dream remembered. A civilization gone with the wind.
Now, the most memorable of all motion pictures returns to the screen in the new grandeur of 70mm and full stereophonic sound. The American Civil War provides the vast background for the immortal love story of Rhett Butler and Scarlett O'Hara in the David O. Selznick production of Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind. Clark Gable as Rhett Butler.
I'm saying very plainly that the Yankees are better equipped than we. They've got factories, shipyards, coal mines, and a fleet to bottle up our harbors and starve us to death. All we've got is cotton and slaves and arrogance.
Vivien Leigh as Scarlett O'Hara.
Oh, Ashley, I love you. I've always loved you. I've never loved anyone else. I only married Charles just to hurt you. Ashley, tell me you love me.
Leslie Howard as Ashley Wilkes.
All right, I'll say it. I love your courage and your stubbornness. I love them so much that a moment ago I could have forgotten the best wife a man ever had. But Scarlett, I'm not going to forget her.
Olivia de Havilland as Melanie Hamilton.
No war can come into our world, Ashley. Whatever comes, I'll love you just as I do now, until I die.
In the expanded spectacle of 70mm projection, the most honored, the most acclaimed, the most beloved motion picture of our time, Gone with the Wind.
Red, you go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Clark Gable, Vivien Leigh, Leslie Howard, and Olivia de Havilland in the most famous motion picture of all time, Gone with the Wind.
This trailer was created as part of MGM's hugely successful reissue of Gone with the Wind at the end of the 1960s.
Now, on the occasion of its 7th world premiere release, audiences will see, as it has never been seen before, the most memorable of all motion picture achievements, Gone with the Wind. The American Civil War provides the vast background for the immortal love story of Rhett Butler and Scarlett O'Hara in Margaret Mitchell's story of the Old South. Starring Clark Gable as Rhett Butler, Vivien Leigh as Scarlett, Leslie Howard as Ashley Wilkes, and Olivia de Havilland as Melanie. You will see, as never before, the gaiety and the grandeur of Tara, the overwhelming spectacle of Atlanta in flames, the epic clash of armies,
You're a fool, Rhett Butler. When you know I shall always love another man.
Stop it. You hear me, Scarlett? Stop it. No more of that talk.
and the tender, tempestuous romance of Rhett Butler and Scarlett O'Hara.
Don't, I shall faint.
I want you to faint. This is what you were meant for.
Never in the history of motion pictures has a film been so honored for its human drama, so acclaimed for its spectacle, so cherished by audiences in every corner of the world. Unprecedented as the winner of 10 Academy Awards. Unsurpassed as the most famous film of all time.
Red, you go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Now, in big screen projection and stereophonic sound, David O. Selznick's immortal motion picture, Gone with the Wind.
The 50th anniversary of Gone with the Wind was considered a major milestone in motion picture history. Following an extensive restoration, the film was reissued. Here is the trailer that was used to announce the re-release.
What do we care if we were expelled from college, Scarlett? The war's gonna start any day now, so we'd have left college anyhow.
War? Isn't it exciting, Scarlett? You know those fool Yankees actually want a war?
We'll show 'em.
Fiddle-dee-dee. War, war, war. This war talk's spoiling all the fun at every party this spring. I get so bored I could scream. Besides, there isn't going to be any war.
Not gonna be any war.
Why, honey, of course there's going to be a war.
What do we care if we were expelled from college, Scarlett? The war's gonna start any day now, so we'd have left college anyhow.
War? Isn't it exciting, Scarlett? You know those fool Yankees actually want a war?
We'll show 'em.
Fiddle-dee-dee. War, war, war. This war talk's spoiling all the fun at every party this spring. I get so bored I could scream. Besides, there isn't going to be any war.
Not gonna be any war.
Why, honey, of course there's going to be a war.